Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca. In this video, we're looking at the Bauer Supreme 3S Pro stick. This is going to be a 3-in-1 sort of. It's a snapshot review of this, but it's also a comparison to the Ultrasonic, which I have a separate video on, and so check that one out. And it's also comparing it to the previous gen 2S Pro right here. So we're going to kind of compare them all, and instead of doing multiple videos here, just to condense it. Before that, if you are looking to buy any hockey gear, including this stick, and if you're in the US, please check the link in the description to purehockey.com. Use that link or any link on my website, and I get a kickback, so help support this channel so I can continue doing videos like this and making new content. If you're in Canada, check out Just Hockey. Check out their Instagram as well. I'll put it up on the screen. They're the ones who supplied me with this ultrasonic stick so I can make content on. So huge thanks to them for that. So support them, helps me as well, and follow them on Instagram. Ultrasonic, awesome stick, but they changed the kick point on it. It's more lower than it is high now, and in my opinion, the release is easier. I can't take slap shots in my basement, so I can't compare that right now. I'll do a review on that in the future once I can actually get on ice. So the 3S Pro is basically what Bauer did with the 2X Pro in the past, where it wasn't the fly-light taper. So you can see this doesn't have the crazy taper on it like on the Ultrasonic. It's the more traditional taper. In fact, it's so traditional, it's basically a 2S Pro, and that's going to be a very similar comparison all throughout. So I'm not gonna, the differences between these two sticks is quite a lot, to be honest. So weight, length, basically everything. Length of this one is, I think it's a 62 or it might be a 61. It weighs 426 grams, but that is longer. So once you even it out to the length of the 2S Pro and the length of the Ultrasonic, it's 415 grams, which ends up being basically the same as the 2S Pro was. So very, very similar with that, which again is kind of a thing. The good thing about that though is the 3S Pro is now $300 instead of $320, so it is a little bit of a price decrease. The next big difference is the weave of the stick itself. On the 3S Pro, they're smaller strands compared to the Ultrasonic. So the Ultrasonic does have the bigger strands, so less overall weave and technically overlap. The 3S Pro is basically the same as the 2S Pro. The 2S Pro on mine look a little taller, but I'm pretty sure it's just the way that the weave ended up wrapping around it. I'm pretty sure the weave is the exact same. The blade looks the exact same. So it's like no difference there at all. The one sad thing to me about the 3S Pro compared to the 2S Pro is it doesn't have the textured grip anymore. That's gone. It's all flat type of grip. It has a little bit of texturing near like the bottom, but you're never going to put your hand there, so it doesn't really make a difference. It's very, very similar to a 2S Pro, and in my opinion, it is basically a 2S Pro. The Bauer on their website says it's like the new Supreme like redesign thing. From shooting it, the only difference I could tell was the blade. It felt this exact same to me, where the Ultrasonic feels very different. So if you actually look at what their tech is, both of them do have this exact same kick, the MPK, maximum power kick, on it. And like I said, it feels the exact same between the two. And the only difference is the blade, because the 2S Pro had the Renew core, which was basically, it had gel on the inside. So once that foam on the inside cracked, the gel would fill up and it would make it last longer. And this was one of the most dampened blades on the market, which I liked because it was something different. This one is definitely more pingy. You can really feel it in the shots. You can feel it stick handling. This one's much more dead. Hopefully you can hear that. It's personal preference. The idea behind the Renew core was for durability, and that the blade would kind of like, I think, be held onto the puck longer for maximum release. I don't know if that ever did anything, but this one is much stiffer and more like the Ultrasonic blade. Again, personal preference. I did like how it was softer just because it differentiated it so much more than the Tax was, and I thought this was the best slap shot stick on the market. So I'd be curious if this makes any difference there at all. Blade, same texture blade. Like I said, this is a very similar stick all throughout. There's not a ton of difference here. It's basically a 2S Pro, and that was a solid stick. Now it's slightly cheaper, and you get it a little longer. Cut it down, it'll be the same same weight as it was before. So it's not a super light stick. It's 415 grams at $300 at 60 inch length. But the 2S Pro is a great slapshot stick, and I can't see that really changing here. It's a total departure from the Ultrasonic, so that's kind of just like the Flylight and the 2X Pro. Different taper, feels different. It depends what you're looking for. If you want a 2S Pro and that was like your favorite stick and you can't find them anymore, grab a 3S Pro. You'd probably be pretty happy with it. It's not bad. It's not game breaker. It's just, it is what it is. I guess shooting for me on this stick is, again, identical to the 2S Pro. Besides the blade, I didn't notice a difference. It doesn't really help me a lot because, like I said, it's really good for slap shots. When I do wrist shots and snap shots, I have to kind of work to get it into the pockets, and it's not really a stick aimed at my style, but that's okay because it does what it was supposed to do really well, which is a slap shot, and when you load it, it works well as like to do what it does. It's just not my preference. I prefer the new Ultrasonic kick. It works better for my game. I don't take a lot of slap shots, and I'm more of a quick release and getting things off faster, so that again works for me better. But I can see why people would like the old Supreme because of that slap shot part of their game. So it's nice that it's still kind of an option because it, in my opinion, will probably be just as good as what it was before and one of the best on the market. So that's about it for this video. Not a lot here because it is so similar to like what the old one was, and it's just kind of rebranding. Not even rebranding because just adding a 1 to it. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching. Hope it was helpful. Remember to subscribe to me on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are in the description. If you are buying a piece of hockey gear like this stick, please check the link in the description to Pure Hockey. Using that link will give me a kickback that helps support this channel so I keep doing videos like this. And if you are if you're in Canada looking for anything, please check out Just Hockey. They supply me with the Ultrasonic so I can do this content. So go to them, follow them on Instagram, and it helps me out too. So thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.
You're watching HockeyReviews.ca.